In this video, we're going to highlight a new feature that will be found in ADAPTBuilder 2020 related to colorization, and this will be included in the new property. We'll go ahead and launch Builder. We're going to use the post-tensioning mode with Edge and Floor Pro. This is going to be a multi-story model. Okay, and in this multi-story model, we're going to make just a few minor modifications here. What I'll do is currently the wall stack is set to the same material. For example, I think everything here is set to 5,000 psi. And in most cases, that would not be true. We would have varying concrete material strengths for the wall stack. So I'm going to first isolate the wall stack, and I'll just go to a side view. Under my materials, criteria concrete, you can see there's just one concrete. So I'm going to add 5 concrete materials. And those could then be defined in terms of their compressive strength, their modulus, etc. for each concrete. And what I'll do is I'll define different subsets of the wall stack per concrete materials. So one nice thing about this is in previous versions, to do this, we would have to go to modify the selection. Here we can directly just select the walls, and I can go here and change the material under the selected group of walls. I've selected 18 of 93 walls, and this actually would list all of the walls selected. We're going to change this. I could also change things like pier type, thickness, any type of general attribute associated with the selected walls could be modified. Here we're going to change these to concrete 2. One other just minor change that is helpful to the user is whenever you change something in the property grid, it automatically changes based on what you select. So there's no need to check a green check mark for that to take place. So that's just saves the user one click in terms of modifying a component. I'll select the next subset. We'll say that this is going to be concrete 3. The next one we'll say is concrete 4, for example. And then the last one we'll say is concrete 5. So we have some variance in the materials, at least for walls in this case. And so what we're going to do now is we're going to go down here to colorize. I can set properties. I can do some selections using select by type. This video really focuses on the colorization. So if I go to colorize and I say, okay, I want to use colorization for walls, and I'm going to do this based on material, the program will sort the material by just these different predefined colors, and the user could then make modifications to that. For example, if I wanted to change the concrete 2 walls to concrete 1, I could actually select concrete 2. I could immediately go to properties and make that modification after selecting that group. So you can use the colorization and the properties interchangeably to make unique changes to that particular color group. If we go back to colorize, similar functionality works for columns. I can sort columns per color by section type. I can do this by material, shape, A and B dimension, A and B consolidated if I had square columns that I wanted to group together that were of different sizes, angles, even releases. So we get into analytical attributes of the columns, or analytical settings rather, as well as stiffness and stiffness modifiers. If I wanted to sort my columns by, let's say I want to know what all of the cracked 50 columns are, this sorts out which columns are cracked 50, transfer beam cracked, or cracked 70. So there are some really powerful visualization tools built into this property grid for the user to quickly sort and then select based on the sort using the colorization. One such application for this might be tendons, where we have tendons based on strand. You might have a variance in the number of strands, the total force, etc. So if I just go to a single level, this works in global or single level setting, and I'll just go here to floor number 5. I have some tendons there. Let's see if there's any other tendons here that we can utilize. There may be tendons on level 3 also. Oh, let's go back to 5. And on level 5, we want to sort the tendons by, let's just select tendon. We want to sort the tendons maybe by area per strand, number of strands, which can give the users, a good idea of whether or not you have, equal number of strands, for example, for a uniform arrangement, what your end span conditions are, maybe for a symmetrical banded direction for interior and exterior bays. So this can be really helpful, especially for complex slabs where you have a lot of tendons that require quick visualization tools rather than having to select individual tendons, looking at the tendon properties, or even using the tendon editor to show and display some of this information. This can also be helpful in tandem with the colorization tools that will be made available. Again, this is up and coming in Builder version 2020. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact support@adaptsoft.com. Thank you.